If you want to know how to consistently deliver great photos and a great experience to all of your clients, keep watching. We're luxury wedding photographers who specialize in authentic yet flattering storytelling. And I'm going to share the 3-part strategy we use for every session. I'm Chelsea from The Archers, a husband-wife luxury wedding photography team. We've been photographing weddings since 2013 and we've shot hundreds of weddings. Over the years, we've perfected our strategy to deliver photos that are always 3 things: flattering, authentic, and created intentionally. Okay, first let's start by talking about the problem. It's so hard to create photos that are equally authentic and flattering, and capturing photos that are actually valuable to each couple. For us at the beginning, there was so much guesswork and luck. Some galleries were incredible and the clients loved them, and some just seemed a little off and weren't exactly what they were hoping for. It was so hard to consistently deliver photos that each client actually wanted because everybody is so different. But then also on a photography side, flattering photos never seem to be authentic. Authentic photos never seem to be completely flattering. It's so hard to nail it every single time. To sum all of that up, we boiled it down to needing to do 3 things to have a successful session every single time. The 3 things are: 1, session preparation. That's where you give information to your clients so then they can give you the information you need to deliver photos that they will actually love. The second thing is to use body flattering techniques in all the photos that you can. And the third thing you need to do is disarm your clients. Okay, let's break down session preparation. Don't make assumptions. Don't assume you understand what they want. Ask them what they want. Actually get to know your clients and their preferences. The way we do this is by sending a questionnaire before the wedding. It goes through a ton of stuff, including logistics, but also like who they are, what they like to do together, how they like to be perceived by people, what drew them to my work. I even have them put together a mood board with a few pictures on Pinterest so I can visually see what they like. In that same questionnaire, I also give them information to set them up for success. A successful session starts before you ever take a picture. It starts in the planning process and making sure that everybody is ready for the session and the creative vision is understood by you and the client. Okay, moving on. Number 2, flattering photos. Never in my life have I been skinny, so taking a flattering photo has always been really important to me. I'm so picky about how I look in a picture. Actually, the reason why I became a photographer is because I learned that if you're the one taking the picture, you don't have to be in it. Anyway, I want to give my clients the opportunity to look their best while also maintaining my integrity and not changing the way their body is in post. There are so many things we can do as photographers to help our clients look their best, and it's so important that we can understand them so that we can use those strategies to our advantage. There are way too many aspects to consider to be able to fit it all in this video, but here's a starting place to get you thinking. I think the most common advice that I have heard as a photographer is to angle down. This means holding the camera above their eyes and angling the camera down. This will give them a nice single chin. It also can use any lens distortion to your advantage. This is such an easy principle, but it's also really easy to forget on a crazy wedding day. Maybe write in reminders in your wedding notes that say lift your camera or something if you have a shot list, just to make sure you're consistently getting a flattering angle on their chin. Okay, tip number 2, keep the bride slightly further from the camera. Whatever's closest to the camera will appear bigger. And most of the time, the bride doesn't want to look bigger. So there are a couple ways you can accomplish this. You can have the bride take like a half step back from where the groom is, or you can have them pivot together so the back side of the bride is just a little further away from the camera. Don't be afraid to look at the back of your camera in between shots so you can see what it looks like in 2D, and then you'll maybe understand better what things need to change. Then finally, once your client is looking great, circle around them and get lots of different angles, close up, far back, so that you can deliver lots of variety to their gallery. Like I said, there are so many tips and tricks that we could do to make things look better, but I'd say there's 3 areas that we really want to look out for consistently, and that is chins, stomachs, and arms. If you can keep an eye out for those 3 things for our couples, they will be so thankful. Okay, and finally, disarm your clients. There are several ways that we can do this too, but one of the ways that I always do is during the engagement session, I play music. Music just psychologically helps people relax. I can tell a huge difference when there's music playing and not playing. It was kind of weird at first to start playing music during sessions, but now it's just normal and my clients always appreciate it. Another thing you can do is ask your clients questions about themselves. When people talk about themselves, it helps them relax. People love to talk about themselves, and it also helps you get to know your clients better. So having some questions that you would like to ask them during the session can actually really help them relax. Another thing you can do, we kind of already touched on this, it's give them specific direction so they know what they're supposed to be doing. You don't have to place every body part for them, but if they just know what they're supposed to be doing and they understand the assignment, they will feel so much more comfortable, they'll have more trust for you, and their face will show it. I feel like half the battle we have with our clients is just helping them know that they can trust you, because once there's trust, it's so much easier to get photos that they will love. Okay, and finally, help them interact. As photographers, we want to create opportunities for genuine interaction and emotion so that you can capture the feeling of a relationship. One of the ways that we do this is by playing a game we made for our couples called Candid that helps them interact, and it takes all the pressure off of us and off of them. For some reason, when a card tells somebody to do something, it is more disarming than if I told them to do something. It's weird, I don't know why, but it really works. So Candid is a card with prompts on them, and it strategically sets them up in a really flattering position right from the beginning, and then it has them interact to create some kind of romantic or fun interaction. It's basically all the things that we have asked our couples to do without a card. We just put them on cards, and for some reason, it disarms our couples even more, and it works better than we ever imagined. There's just something about a game card telling you to do something that brings out your competitive, silly side. I'll usually read a card out loud to my clients and help them get set up how it's saying, and then I'll just make a couple tweaks to make sure they look their best, and then I'll have them do it a couple times. I'll shoot close, then I'll shoot further away, and I'll shoot from different angles to make sure we get lots of variety for their gallery and for me to work with in post. For some sessions, I only use a couple cards to just help them relax, and then things start flowing. So I almost use it like an icebreaker. And for other sessions, it's so helpful for those couples that I'll just keep pulling cards out, and it helps them just relax more and more. Okay, that's it. We use this 3-part strategy for every session. Prepare with a questionnaire, flatter their bodies, and disarm your clients.